Hey friends, it's Molly and welcome to practice. Today's class is going to be a full hour, maybe a little bit longer, and it's going to be Yinyasa style. So what that means is we start out with a couple longer held postures and poses, yin style, really relaxed, using bolsters, props, blocks, whatever you need to bring the ground up to you to really relax into the shapes and settle into your mind and your body and your heart. And then we'll move through a flow. Today's flow will be outer hip focused. We won't really have a peak posture and it'll still be very much full body flow, but little emphasis on the outer hips. And then we'll cool down, maybe have a little meditation or breath work at the end. Perfect for reconnection. I would do these hour-long classes on the weekends. I know we're all busy. That's why I do my 15 or 30-minute classes during the week. And then when I have longer and I feel like I really need a full practice, that's what this is for. Your little reconnect for your body, your mind, and your heart. So that being said, we're gonna get started in a Supta Baddha Konasana. So come to laying down. Your soles of your feet will be touching, and then your knees will open up wide. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can always swap it out and bring feet out wide, knees into touch in the center. I like to place a block underneath my knees just to bring the ground up to me a little bit. And as I soften more into my inner thighs, I'm able to maybe let go of the bolster, the blocks. So you find something that's comfortable for you. Rest your head down. Let your shoulders sink into the mat. Feel your body, feel the soles of your feet touching each other, grounding you into this present moment. There's nowhere to be but now, but here. If you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes, turning your gaze inwards. And start to tune into the natural rhythm of the breath, just noting where the inhales go, noting how the exhales feel. Not controlling it or manipulating it, but just tracing its course. And in that, maybe noticing how body is doing today. Is anything tensing and clenching that doesn't need to? Can you soften the tops of your shoulders down, unclench your jaw? Breathe into the low back space. Are you engaging your inner thigh muscles, or can you let them release and rely on the prop underneath you? And see if you can start to create a really smooth, rhythmic style of breath. In and out of your nose, let your inhales and exhales be equal. Be soft. Be smooth on the transition, smoothing out any sharp edges around your breath. If you'd like to maybe lower your blocks or take them out altogether, we'll be here for a few more breaths. So go ahead and deepen into whatever stretch. Knowing that if you want to deepen sensation, you can also deepen your breath by increasing the length of your inhales and exhales. Offer yourself the biggest breath you've taken yet. And exhale, sigh it out of the mouth, let it go. Gently fold your knees together using your hands for support. And then stack your right ankle over top of your left thigh, finding a reclined pigeon figure 4 shape. Option to stay here, or if you'd like, you could turn to a wall and stamp the sole of the left foot onto the wall, letting it support you and hold you up. This feels so nice, I think. You can also draw your knees closer in towards your body with less effort to really deepen the stretch. What comes up here? Hips are very emotional, as you may have found out. Some people report crying in the middle of a yoga class and not knowing why, and realizing it came from opening their hips. So if that's you, go ahead and let it out. Or maybe you just feel more tension here, more guarding. And then where does your mind go? Where is your mind today? Is it a healthy place to be? Or is it distracted, anxious, bitter, comparing, catastrophic thinking? There's so many places, addiction, that our minds can take us, and they're so powerful, but they're also able to be used for unhealthy habits. So important to give ourselves this little space, this little ritual here, to let our minds just be where we are and not anywhere else. And it is possible. You have to work at it, but it's possible. And you'll feel so refreshed afterwards. One of my favorite teachers, Nicole Wilde, heard from someone else that meditation is when your body and your mind are having the same experience. So as we're here in the stretch, yes, we're feeling sensation on our outer right hip. This is where our body is. But is our mind also here? And if you need help making it so, just anchor your focus onto your breath. Just trace your inhales and exhales. Take a soft, easy twist, planting the sole of the right foot over towards the left. Or if you're up against a wall, do something similar. Just a little gentle twist. Exhale, sigh it out of your mouth. Deepen into your twist. Inhale, come back through center. We're going to swap them out. So right foot plants either on the mat or on the wall. Left ankle crosses over top of right knee. Let your knees hug in towards your body. Start to cultivate those smooth, even breaths if you've lost them. Mind is latched onto the present moment. Dial into your heart space. This can be really simple. Like I've felt really happy today, or I don't know, I'm just feeling kind of lonely or sad, or it can be a lot deeper. There's deep-rooted struggles in our relationships, in our own souls. It's okay to admit that. And admitting it and acknowledging it is really the first and best step to take towards changing it. So just see where your heart is today. How is your relationship with yourself? Are your actions coming out of a true, authentic place? How are your relationships with others? Can we see people through a lens of patience and grace and kindness, responsibility, gratitude? And then if this is relevant for you, how's your relationship with God, with Creator, with Source? I like to think of His Spirit being poured into us and us being vessels and channels for that to then move outwards towards others. Are you allowing yourself to be filled? Are you seeking connection and unity? Take an easy twist over to the right, dropping your knees. Big exhale, side out. One more breath cycle here. Come back through center. Make your way back onto your mat if you've migrated off. We're going to open our eyes. Start to roll out our ankles and our wrists, finding movement in our bodies. Roll onto your side and then come to a seat. Crossing right shin in front of left. If you need, always feel free to roll up something underneath your pelvis. Take an inhale, grow your spine tall. And take an exhale. Fold over your right shin, propping up onto elbows on the mat or on a bolster, a block. Drop your head, let it hang heavy. And then send that breath throughout the body. Let it linger in your outer hips. Soften back out of the stretch if you need, if you find that you're tensing. Feels way better to prop a block under your forehead if you're wondering. That way you can really just let your neck go. On your next exhale, walk your hands back under your body and then stretch them back behind you. Legs stay crossed. On our inhale, we're gonna drive our knees forward, lift up off of our hips, and drop our head back. Open across the front line of the body. Exhale, sit back down. Switch the cross of your legs, left shin in front. Inhale, grow tall through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold down. Notice if any changes in sensation, any intensities cause your mind to spiral off or to panic, and then bring it back in. Couple more breaths here. See if you can soften and melt into the shape. On your next exhale, walk your hands under your body and then back behind you. Inhale, roll your knees forward, lift your hips, extend. Exhale, sit back down. Move any props you have out of the way and come to a tabletop pose. Spend several moments here just moving in your body. Again, I like to close my eyes. Use my breath as a flashlight to illuminate whatever I need to stretch into. So if that looks like cat-cow, take it. If that means more circular motions, then move into that. Let it be new and different each day and each breath, so we don't have to move into these traditional or expected postures to feel good. I would say that your own body's intuition probably has a better grasp on what you need. Couple more breaths. As you're ready, we're going to come back to a neutral spine, stacking hips over knees and shoulders over wrists. Tabletop pose. Inhale, extend your right heel long behind you. We're going to find some big hip circles. So pulling our knee in towards our body, circling it out to the side, back behind you, and then down towards the ground. Reverse that direction, stamping your heel up towards the ground, circle your right knee out to the side, and then hug it in towards your body. One more the opposite way, so pulling knee into chest first, out to the right, all the way up towards the sky, and then this time, let your right knee come behind your left, crossing it back behind you. Untuck your toes, sit your hips back, find a little child's pose, Gomukhasana variation. Couple breaths here. And as you're ready, maybe we'll sit all the way back onto our booty. Separate your feet, stack your knees left on top of right. Cow face pose with your legs. Try to ground down and way down through your left hip crease. Inhale, stretch your right arm high. Exhale, twist open to the left. Left fingertips back behind you for support. Inhale to find some length through your spine. Exhale, deepen the stretch. Peel left shoulder open and try to shift forward through the left ribs, the lower ribs. Good. Inhale back through center. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale, recircle your right leg up and out to the side, and then plant it on the outside of your right hand. Come into this low lunge shape. Inhale, pull your heart forward towards the top of the mat. Exhale, straighten half splits. Inhale, low lunge, pull your heart forward. Exhale, straighten half splits. Plant down through left hand. Inhale, your right toes are going to pivot out slightly to the side. Reach your right hand high. Exhale, pivot all 10 or your 5 right toes over to the right. Sink your left hip down towards the mat, kind of like a revolved skandasana. Inhale, right toes forward. Reach right arm high. Exhale, make your way to the back of the mat. Right leg straightens, left arm plants. Inhale, extend through your side plank variation. Exhale, right toes to the top of the mat. Sit your hips onto your left heel. Right hand plants on inside of right hand. Inhale, modified side angle. Left arm extends, bicep to frame your ear. Exhale, sit your hips to your heels. Left hand back of the mat, right leg straightens. Inhale, modified side plank. Exhale, lower hips to heels. Right hand plants. Inhale, left arm overhead, modified side angle. Exhale, 2 hands on the inside of right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee from the mat, and take a little bit of a sway forward and back. Letting your hips sink heavy towards the mat. Good. Next, exhale, lower left knee and sweep right knee back. Tabletop pose. Couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale. Drop your belly, lift your tail, lift your gaze, pull your heart through your shoulders, lift your chin. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, round pubic bone up towards spine, push the ground away, back of the heart spreads. Inhale, open up to cow pose. Exhale, push and round. One more, inhale, open up. Exhale, push and round. Good, come back to a neutral tabletop and we'll switch it out. On your in-breath, extend left leg long behind you. And then we're gonna take those big hip circles. So first, left knee to chest, circle it out towards the left side. Stamp your left heel up towards the mat, or towards the ceiling. And then left knee next to right. Opposite direction, stamp left heel up to the ceiling. Circle your left knee out to the side and hug it in towards your body. One more time. Curl it in, out to the side, open up, and then plant your left knee back behind your right. Untuck your toes, sit your hips back, find this little child's pose, Gomukhasana variation. Sink your hips heavy, extend long through the side waist. And as you're ready, separate your feet wide, sit your hips all the way down. Stacking right knee on top of left. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, twist open to the right. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to deepen. Good. Inhale, back through center. Walk your hands forward, uncross your left knee, bring it high, and then exhale, stamp it to the outside of your left hand. Inhale, low lunge, pull your chest forward, sink right hip to mat. Exhale, half split, straighten. Inhale, lean out. Exhale, curl and round in. This time, left toes point out to the side, plant through right hand. Inhale, left arm high, and then circle it back behind you as your left toes pivot out. Drop your right hip. Bit of a big hip opener, revolve skandasana variation. Inhale, left toes back to the top of the mat. And then exhale. We're gonna make our way to the back of the mat, straighten into left leg, plant your right hand all the way behind you. Inhale, modified side plank. Exhale, sit your hips to your heels, point your left toes forward, plant your left hand on the inside of your foot. Inhale, modified side angle, reach your right arm high. Exhale, lower hips to heels. Inhale, re-extend through left leg, right arm plants, left arm overhead. Exhale, sink hips to heels. Inhale, modified side angle, right arm overhead. Exhale, plant your right hand to the mat, swivel your right foot underneath you, and then lift your right knee from the mat. In your lizard lunge, take some forwards and backwards sways. And then this time we're gonna step right foot to the outside of the right hand, yogi squat at the top of the mat. Option to place a block underneath your sit bones, especially this first time if you'd like. Maybe close your eyes. Coming to this shape with just a new perspective, a new day. Sometimes this feels so comforting and like a home-based shape. Sometimes it feels a little more intense. Just be where you are today. Good, point your toes forward. On an inhale, we're gonna drop our knees to the mat. Sweep arms high, extend hips forward. And exhale, cactus, draw your elbows down your back, lift your heart up to the sky, engage glutes. Inhale, arms reach high, straighten out through the spine. And exhale, forward fold Uttanasana at the top of the mat. Lift your hips, drop the crown of the head. Inhale, halfway lift, pull your spine flat, iron out. Exhale, dive your heart down and release. 2 more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. 1 more. This time, ground down through your feet. We're gonna take a few rounds of circle chair. So on an inhale, push through your heels and your big toes. We're gonna stack our spine segment by segment. Shoulders and neck and head are last to unfurl. And then seamlessly move it back down. Hips hinge, heart levers forward into your fold. Move with your breath for several rounds. Maybe you take it side to side if that feels good. I encourage you to close your eyes and do not be afraid to look silly. Good, last time through center, roll it up. And then drop back down. Inhale, come to a straight spine. Weight into your left foot. Reach your right heel back. And exhale, bend into your left knee. Bring your right foot back and over to the left, kind of like a curtsy lunge, landing on the outside of the pinky toe. Inhale, open up, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Left hand can plant on a block or on the mat. Right hip stacks on top, right hand to sky. Good, exhale. Right toes point at a 45-degree angle and land slowly behind you. Inhale, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Right hip rolls forward, arms reach high. Exhale, fold back down. This time, right hand plants on the block. Inhale, revolve your half moon. Left arm twists open, right heel lifts high. This is a big pose. Exhale, we're gonna bend our right knee. Bring our left elbow to touch behind the left knee. Inhale, open up, revolved half moon. Big stretch for the outer left thigh. Exhale, bend, curl everything in, left elbow, right knee. 1 more time, inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, half moon. Right hip to stack on top of left. Exhale, pull right knee into body. Micro bend in the left knee. Lift up to Stork pose. Arms reach high, right knee follows. Exhale, cross right ankle over left thigh, standing pigeon. Sink your hips low. Inhale, stand back up. Good work. Exhale, send your right leg back behind you. Airplane pose. Right toes plant. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, easy twist. Right hand plants down on the mat. Inhale, stretch long through your left fingertips. Exhale, all 10 toes pivot to face the left. Drop your right hip down, revolve Skandasana. 3 lifts, inhale. Lift up through the right oblique. Left arm reaches overhead. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower back down. One more time here. On your next exhale, plant your left hand, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, figure 4, down dog, driving your hips back. Land here for 1 breath, drawing left outer knee down. Exhale, stay. Inhale, 3-legged dog, sweep left heel high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, and just take some big circles out with the left knee. Then switch directions. Inhale, 3-legged dog, square the hips. Exhale, tiger curl, left knee in a chest. Swivel right heel down. Inhale, fall in triangle. Draw out through the left pinky toe. Right arm reaches high. Exhale, lower your hips to the mat. Keep your legs straight. Right hand plants behind right hip. Inhale, drive your hips high to the sky. Left arm lifts up. Exhale, lower down. Left hand plants. Inhale, fall in triangle. This time, keep your legs straight. Pivot onto the ball of the right foot. Lower right hand down and left hip down. Big stretch. Left outer thigh. Try to roll your right hip down as much as you can, but giving yourself plenty of patience in this shape. One more breath. Good. Press through your palms, tuck your right toes. Inhale, 3-legged dog, left heel high. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 hands, 2 feet to the mat. Walk it out, pedal it out. We'll take some spinal rolls here. Inhale, roll forward to high plank. Exhale, lower knees to the mat, active child's pose. Sink your hips to your heels. Inhale, ripple forward through your cat spine. Exhale, glide your hips back, down dog. 2 more with your breath. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, drop your knees, hips to heels, open across the collarbones. Inhale, tuck pubic bone up towards your navel as you round forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time with your breath. Land in your down dog. And then walk your way slowly to the top of the mat into our Malasana Yogi squat. Take an in-breath here. Exhale, lower knees to the mat, point your toes forward. Inhale, drive hips high, reach arms high. Exhale, cactus, draw your shoulder blades down your back body, lift your heart. Inhale, re-extend, iron out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, open your mouth, let it go. 1 round of circle chair, move as smoothly, as fluidly, seamlessly as you can. Making your way up and then down the spine. Weight into the right foot, inhale, left heel back. Exhale, bend into right knee, sweep your left foot out to the right side, landing on the pinky toe. Block is at the top of the mat for support. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, left hip stacks on top of right, left hand reaches high, press out through the left heel. Exhale, slowly bend into your right knee, lower your left big toe, and then all the other toes to the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1, left hip squares forward. Exhale, leave your upper body forward again. This time, left hand plants on the block. Inhale, revolved, half moon, left heel. Right arm lifts high, we're twisting open to the right. Exhale, right elbow, left knee, touch behind the right knee as you bend into both legs. 2 more, inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl everything in. Inhale, open, re-extend. Exhale, curl it in. This time, stork pose, left knee to chest, arms reach high. Standing pigeon, sink low on your out breath, left ankle crosses over right knee. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, airplane pose. Hands follow left heel. Good, inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, easy twist, plant your left hand down to the mat, reach your right hand high. Good, breathe in here to extend longer through your arms. Breathe out, all 10 toes, pivot to the right, left hip sinks down to the mat. Like you had a flame underneath your left core, lift up, 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 creating that rainbow arch shape. Exhale, lower. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, lift up. Exhale, right hand plants, right ankle crosses over left thigh, downward dog, figure 4 shape with the legs. Draw your outer right knee down towards the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend into your left knee, sink your hips further back. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right heel high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip, take some big hip circles here. Couple in each direction. Good, square the hips. Exhale, tiger curl, right knee to chest. Swivel left heel down, send right foot out to the left. Inhale, fall in triangle, lift up through your left arm. Exhale, lower hips to the mat. Left hand plants behind you. Inhale, drive through your heels, right arm overhead this time. Exhale, lower your heels, your hips. Right hand up to the top of the mat. Inhale, left arm overhead. Keep your legs straight. This time, left hand lands and right outer hip sinks to the mat. Try to roll your left hip down. Feel that big stretch along the lateral line of the right leg. Couple breaths. Good. Find your palms solid on the mat. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, 2 feet to the mat, downward facing dog. Couple times through a fluid flow. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower hips to heels, knees to the mat. Inhale, roll forward, cat pose. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Sink your knees down, your hips to your heels. Tuck your chin, tuck your pubic bone. And then glide your hips high, downward facing dog. 1 more time, move with your own breath. Next down dog, we land here. And then walk your way to the top of the mat, nice and slow. Find your Malasana Yogi squat at the top of the mat. We're gonna move through 1 more sequence before we cool down. But let's take a moment here. Close your eyes, recalibrate your breath, reconnect. If you have wandered, or if you feel stressed or tense in any way right now. Once you're ready, blink your eyes open. Toes face forward, inhale, drop your knees, lift your hips. Lift your arms, camel prep. Exhale, pull elbows down the back body. Lift your heart up high to the sky. Inhale and bring your pelvis underneath your shoulders, straighten out. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift with your breath. Exhale, fold and release. One round of circle chair, stack your spine. And then exhale, unfurl, fold back down. Weight into your left foot, inhale, supported warrior three, right heel pressing back. Bend into your left knee, bring your right pinky toe to the left side of the mat. Plant your right hand this time, twist left hand open. And exhale, fold. Left hand plants, inhale, half moon, right arm high, right hip to stack on top of left. Exhale, slowly bend into your left knee. Reach your right foot back, land it toe by toe. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand down, right leg, left arm back behind you. Good, exhale, half moon. Inhale to open up into the shape. Exhale, curl right elbow and right knee to touch and center. Inhale, lift up, keeping those limbs glued. And then exhale, cross right ankle over left thigh. We're gonna find a fold this time. Body drapes heavy over your right shin and your left thigh. Couple breaths. Good. Replant through your left big toe. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, send it all the way back behind you. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow, left thigh, right arm overhead. Inhale, Skandasana, bend into your right knee, straighten your left leg. Exhale, pyramid fold over your right leg at the back of the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog, sweep right heel high. This time, pigeon pose. Right ankle comes behind left wrist, right knee to right wrist. Sink all the way low. And then find any props that you would like here. If you really want to stack a pillow underneath the right hip, great option. If you want to rest it under your arms or your forehead, great option. We'll be here several breaths. Find a squaring of the hips. So if you're splaying out to the left, try to glue your left hip down and then shift your right hip back. Let your breath slow. Maybe melt a little deeper into the pose. Soften where you can. Five more breath cycles, so if there's anywhere else you'd like to go, go here now. Gently lift back up. Removing any props. And then swing your left leg around. Left foot plants on the outside of your right thigh. Left fingertips back behind you for support. Inhale, reach high through your right hand. Exhale, twist. Right elbow hooks on outside of left knee. Peel your left shoulder open. Be here several breaths. Take a counter twist, pivot over to the right, plant onto your fingertips, fold your chest down. Inhale, lift back up, and then walk your hands to the front of the mat, downward facing dog. Close your eyes, wiggle out your hips, see what you feel here. And one more round through our cycle. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, knees to the mat, active child's pose, hips to heels. Lift up through the core, round through the back, cat pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Make it flow with your breath. As you're ready, we'll meet back in a down dog. And then walk your way to the top of the mat. Slowly, slowly, we'll move into Malasana, Yogi squat. Inhale, drop your knees, drive your hips forward, lift your arms high. Camel prep, exhale, cactus, draw your arms back. Inhale, iron out the spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fold and release. Circle chair, push up through your feet, stack your spine. And then wave it back down. Block is handy. Inhale, supported warrior three. Fingertips are planted, left heel presses back. Exhale, left foot, pinky toe comes to the right outside of the mat. Left hand is planted, this time twist open to the right. Good, exhale back through center. Right hand plants, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Inhale into the shape. Exhale, bend into right knee, slowly plant your toes. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left hand, left leg, right arm overhead. Exhale, half moon. Inhale to open up into the shape. And then exhale, curl left knee, left elbow to touch at your core. Balance to the right foot. Inhale, stand tall. And exhale, cross left ankle over right knee. Fold into your standing pigeon. Couple breaths here. Releasing something, letting something go. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Good. Inhale, stork pose, left knee high. And then circle your knee all the way back behind you, landing in a warrior shape with your legs. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, right elbow, right knee. Left arm stretches forward. Good. Skandasana to the back of the mat, bending into left knee. And then exhale, pyramid pose. Fold over your left leg, back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, left heel high, three-legged dog. As you breathe out, we'll move into our pigeon pose. Left ankle behind right wrist, left knee behind left wrist. Finding any support, any props you need. Move into your shape and we'll settle here. Finding a bit of a square of your pelvis to begin with. So if that means you need to stack anything under left hip, please do instead of splaying out to the side. Send so much breath into your low back, into your left outer hip, and let it soften you. Five more breaths. Take any adjustments you need. Gently walk your hands underneath your body. Swing your right leg around. Right foot stamps on the outside of left knee. Right fingertips back behind you for support. Inhale, lengthen through your left arm. Exhale, twist over to the right. Hook your left elbow on your right knee. Two more breath cycles. If you want, you can deepen your twist or stay where you are. Inhale, glide through center. Exhale, counter twist to the left. Lower your chest down to the mat. Inhale, lift back up through your chest. And walk your hands to the top of the mat, downward facing dog. Last down dog. Close your eyes. Breathe here. Take one more final inhale, as full as you can. And then exhale, side out of your mouth, let it go. Ripple forward to high plank. And then lower your knees down at the exact same time. Cross your ankles behind you. Sit down onto your bottom. And then scoot forward. We're going to lay all the way down onto our backs. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Recline pigeon. Take out the intensity and just enjoy the shape, the simplicity, the feel good. If you want, you can reach your arms through your legs and interlace at the front of the left shin or behind the left hamstring. If that's too much right now, we've done a lot, and then just plant your left foot down and hang out here. And easy twist. Drop your right foot over to the left. Spread your arms out wide. Good, lift up through center and we'll swap them out. Recline pigeon, left ankle over right knee. Option to reach through for the front of the right shin. Trying to lower sacrum down to the mat. Or releasing right foot to the mat. On your next exhale, left foot plants to the right outside of the mat. Spread your arms wide. Couple breaths in your twist. Shift back through center. Hug your knees in towards your body. Find a happy baby. Stamp your heels up towards the sky. Reach for the outside of your feet and then roll your spine down to the mat. Opening up into the hips. Soften your shoulders. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, hug knees into chest. Inhale, draw your forehead up toward your knees. Sip in as much air as you can. Hold at the top. And then exhale, side out, release into Savasana. Heels to the corners of the mat. Palms turned up to the sky or pressed down onto your body. And let yourself land here in the purest, kind of most raw form you can be. If you need somewhere to go, maybe do a quick scan again of your body, of your mind, of your heart. Whatever comes up, just sit in the rawness of it and do not label as good or bad. We will constantly go through highs and lows in our life, so we need to learn to sit with what is here right now. Feel free to stay in your Savasana as long as you have time for. If you're ready to transition out, start to bring some movement into your fingers and your toes and just tune into the sounds around you. Start to pay attention to your breath again. Lifting us out of this space slowly and gently. I thank you so much for practicing with me, and I will see you next time.